Hi, so today is the 15th of March 2026, and today I want to continue with the Song of Solomon series. And the reason I'm doing this is that I have no reason to do this, it just came to me. And I thought to myself, this is one of the books that have you ever heard a pastor preaching about the Song of Solomon? Rarely. And maybe I was the person to actually bring out the wisdom of this book. And you might ask, it's Sunday, why am I not in church? I mean, church is great. Church is, I've found a place where you can get community, a place where you can get guidance if the leaders are genuine. But I've also found value in reading the Bible for myself and interpreting it for myself, because that's exactly what pastors do at the pulpit. They read a scripture and then they interpret it depending on the way they perceive it. Yeah, so for me, um, I'm gonna do that today. And so in the last video, we had Songs of Solomon chapter 1. Today it's Song of Solomon chapter 2. And I will read and then I'll expound. And this word is like a honeymoon phase of love. I don't know if you guys have ever been in love. I have, severally actually. And love is one of those things that when you're in, it's like a drug. I think it latches to a part of your brain and you feel like you're high. And that's why people go to a lot of lengths to fall in love or to find somebody to love. It's because of that feeling of belonging and protection, and that high feeling that you get when you're in love. And if you've never been in love, try look for somebody to love or somebody to love you. It's great when it's mutual. Anyway, let's get to the scripture. I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys. As the lily among thorns, so is my love among the daughters. As the apple tree among the trees of the wood, so is my beloved among the sons. I sat down under his shadow with great delight, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. He brought me to the banqueting house, and his banner over me was love. Stay with me, flagons, comfort me with apples, for I am sick of love. His left hand is under my head, and his right hand doth embrace me. I charge you, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, by the roes and by the hinds of the field, that ye stir not up nor awake my love till he pleases. The voice of my beloved, behold, he cometh leaping upon the mountains, skipping upon the hills. My beloved is like a roe or a young hart. Behold, he standeth behind our wall, he looketh forth at the windows, shewing himself through the lattice. Kizungu ngumu bwana. My beloved spake and said unto me, Rise up, my love, my fair one, and come away. For lo, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone. The flowers appear on the earth, the time of the singing of the birds is come, and the voice of the turtle is heard in our land. The fig tree putteth forth her green figs, and the vines with the tender grape give a good smell. Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away. O my dove, that art in the cleft of the rock, in the secret places of the stairs, let me see thy countenance, let me hear thy voice, for sweet is thy voice. and thy countenance is comely. Take us the foxes, the little foxes, that spoils the vines, for our vines have tender grapes. Hey, my beloved is mine, and I am his. He feedeth among the lilies until the daybreak, and the shadows flee away. Turn, my beloved, and be thou like a roe or a young hart upon the mountains of Bether. So that's Songs of Solomon, chapter 2. And so I want to break down what it's talking about. So the chapter opens with one of the most famous lines in biblical poetry. And this is a woman describing herself modestly, but the man elevates her status immediately. So the lily among thorns, the woman calls herself the Rose of Sharon and a lily of the valleys. These are common wildflowers. The man responds by saying that compared to other women, she is a lily among thorns. She reciprocates by calling him an apple tree among the trees of the forest, providing her with shade and sweet fruit. The banquet hall and love sickness. The woman describes being taken to the banquet house, literally the house of wine, where the man publicly declares his devotion. The banner. She says his banner over me was love, meaning his intentions are clear and protective. Intense emotion. She feels overwhelmed by her feelings, asking for raisins and apples to sustain her because she is sick with love. The tone shifts to one of excitement as the man arrives to whisk her away. He is described as a gazelle or a young stag, leaping over the mountain to find her. He calls out to her with the famous, "Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away." He describes the end of winter. The rain is over, flowers are appearing, and the voice of the turtle dove is heard. It is a metaphor for a new beginning and the blossoming of their romance. In verse 15, there's a sudden practical warning: catch the foxes for us, the little foxes that spoil the vineyards. The meaning, in the context of a relationship, the little foxes represent the small problems, jealousies, and distractions that can ruin a blooming romance. A blooming romance, if not addressed early. So, love is a beautiful thing. Chapter 2 gets into the thick of it, into the honeymoon phase and of love. The honeymoon phase of love is beautiful, and I pray that you enter into the honeymoon phase of love, and this is supported by scripture. And again, we don't read scripture because we are overly religious or anything like that. We just read scripture because it's wisdom that lived with our forefathers and that we can embrace into our lives. So yeah, so this is the word of this Sunday. Embrace love, embrace it. And when love starts with two people, and then those two people become a family, and then a family becomes a community, and then a community becomes a nation, and then a nation becomes a world. And when we live in a world where we love each other, where we embrace each other, where we genuinely love each other, I think the world can become a better place. Thank you.